Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Miasin and welcome to my Egyptian God combo slash deck profile video. So I'm actually kind of merging the two together because I only have 3 combos to showcase and they're kind of really small, and that just wouldn't make like a really big video, and that just would be a waste of time for most people. So I'm combining both, and yeah, just before we start, friendly reminder to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's jump into combo number 1. Enjoy, guys. Alright, so for combo number 1, basically, if you just have access to 2 Metal Reflect Slime turn 1, you can do something cool. I mean, it's not huge, but it's also quite obvious. So if you have Reactor Slime plus Metal Reflect Slime and you're going first, then you're actually going to have to wait until your opponent's battle phase to use the effect of Reactor Slime. But during your own turn, you can actually get 2 free tokens, so that's actually kind of sick. But anyways, you're just gonna set the Metal Reflect Slimes. Let's just say nothing happens because you're playing against like a fun deck. And next turn, obviously, you're just gonna flip both Metal Reflect Slimes, and just 2 Metal Reflect Slime is already 8,000 damage. So that's actually cool, just the fact that 2 trap cards in 2020 can kill your opponent. Yeah, so you can already see how this is game. So 2 multiplied by 3,000 is 6, and when you have 2 level 10, then it's 2,000 extra damage with Gustav Max. But in this situation, I also wanted to showcase what you could do if you actually had like Winged Dragon of Ra on top of that. So I'm just gonna tribute one of the God Slimes for Ra and then gain like 7,900. And yeah, like this is crazy, man. 3,079, and you have like an extra like 2,000 with Gustav Max. So insane amount of damage. And yeah, that's gonna be like game for for combo number 1. So it's quite nasty. But anyways, now let's get to the not so obvious part. Alright, so, I mean, even this combo, to be honest, it's kind of easy to, just see where it's gonna be, but if you have Card Advance plus True Name, you can do something cool. Yeah, so, I mean, I showcased this in my game against Itipat, so nothing too shocking there. So, obviously, in this situation, Reactor Slime actually had to be in my top 5 cards. But if you already had Reactor Slime, then you actually get 1 free card that gets to stay in your hand, so that's actually kind of neat. So now you get Slifer, which is the best card when you're going first. If you're going second, then you're probably going to grab like Winged Dragon of Ra, gain a lot of attack and just like one punch your opponent. But yeah, also, and by the way, Winged Dragon of Ra going second with the Ghost Sister that gains life points is actually quite insane. Just saying. So yeah, you're going to use the main phase effect to get yourself 2 tokens and then tribute 3 for Slifer. And yeah, like Slifer, imagine with Bound of the Bound Creator, your opponent like summons a monster and attack, they lose 2,000 attack, and if they actually drop to 0 because of Slifer's effect, they actually get destroyed. So it's kind of like a trap hole for every single monster that they summon, which is kind of sick. Anyways, third and final combo. So this one's really adorable. If you have like Advanced Zone and just pretty much any way to tribute summon, you can do something really adorable. I just wanted to showcase like Ra's Disciple and Ancient Chant this time because, you know, I already showed like Reactor Slime and I mean the Saki Card Advance True Name combo. But yeah, anyways, so we're obviously going to activate all 3 of our cards. Well, I mean all 4, I guess. Continuous spells, and then yeah, their effects are not hard once per turn. So if you have multiples, oh my god, it's insane. And also Ancient Chant has an effect in the grave where you can banish it, and then your Winged Dragon of Ra, instead of just being like lane 0 when you summon it, it actually becomes the attack of all 3 monsters. So that's actually kind of neat, to be honest. So obviously on the summon of Ra's Disciple, you're gonna get 2 other Ra's Disciple, and obviously Ancient Chant gets you an additional attribute summon on top of actually getting you Winged Dragon of Ra, specifically Winged Dragon of Ra, unfortunately, not like Slifer, because if you could actually like choose, you would play like multiple Slifers because you always want to search it because it's really good going first, but this deck wants to go second. So yeah, so tribute 3 for Winged Dragon of Ra, and during the end phase, we're actually gonna get 6 cards to our hand. Like, can you believe this? So Advanced Zone gets you 1 draw, 1 recycle from your graveyard, and you have 3, so this is so cool. It's just like beautiful to look at. It's not something huge, it's not something like super special, but yeah, I mean, it's cool, you know, it's cool. So yeah, at least you get style points. Anyways, now let's jump to the deck profile. Alrighty, so for the deck profile, as you can see, I'm playing pretty much one of every Egyptian god except Winged Dragon of Ra. I'm playing 2 of it, because you have cards to specifically search for it, like for example, like Ancient Chant, whereas the other cards, there is nothing that really searches Slifer or Obelisk like specifically. Winged Dragon of Ra, and also there is even like Sphere Mode and Immortal Phoenix, so there are like way more cards like around Winged Dragon of Ra, which is logical. I mean, even in the anime, that's how it was. Yeah, no, Winged Dragon of Ra, I don't feel like it's the best one. I think Slifer is the best one when you're going first, and going second, I mean, Ra is only nutty when you have a lot of life points. Otherwise, Obelisk is decent. It always has 4,000 attack, which at least there is a guarantee. But Immortal Phoenix is technically the monster with the best like effect. And Sphere Mode is super ridiculous, like even like competitively. I mean, it's the only one, like it's the one Egyptian god that people unironically play in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, which is funny. But yeah, anyways, so as you can see, Immortal Phoenix, basically it's unaffected by card effects, but it only stays on the field for like 1 turn, but it keeps coming back every time like Ra dies. I mean, it leaves the field, so... And you can link it off, you can attribute something, no, that's so bad. But you can revive it easily with, like, the continuous spell, Millennium Revelation. And you can search Monster Reborn with this card, so actually playing a lot of Egyptian gods might not be that bad. And Guardian Slime, the other card that I'm playing, at 3, can actually search a card that specifically, like a spell or trap that specifically lists Winged Dragon of Ra in its card text. So, for example, I'm pretty sure Millennium Revelation doesn't. Oh no, it actually does. So you can search Millennium Revelation, which searches Monster Reborn, which is another very, very good card. You can search Ancient Chant, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Because you can't search Winged Dragon of Ra himself, but that is only when Guardian Slime is either sent from the hand or field to the grave, and it also has like a hand trap-esque effect that is very reminiscent to Gorz, the Emissary of Darkness. So when you take damage, you can kind of special summon it, and then for like 1 battle, when your opponent tries to like battle over it, your defense becomes the attack of the opponent's monster, so pretty much you can sponge 1 attack. Well, which is cool, but it's kind of gimmicky. I mean, this deck is it's not the most cohesive deck out there. The cards don't really have like synergy with each other, and it's not really an archetype, right? It's just like a bunch of Divine Beast cards that you're like mixing up with either Reactor Slime or Ra's Disciple as your normal summon, but that's pretty much all there really is to it. Anyways, moving on, so we have, you know, 3 Ash and 3 Infinite, so for your 6 hand traps, nothing too interesting there yet. 3 Extravagance, because you can already see how ridiculously useless most of the extra deck is. I mean, most of it is just a meme, like 2 Linktree Bow, 1 Secure Gardena, that's actually kind of serious. It's for the 1 Scapegoat, like, ooh. And then, Barricade Borg Blocker, you can recycle back Millennium Revelation during the end phase, so that's also kind of cool. Phoenix Unicorn, don't need to explain that, I mean, it's just, very generic for every single deck, but it's really hard to summon multiple monsters on the field, and instead of using them for tribute summons, you actually use them for link summoning. That's kind of whack. You're only really getting there with Scapegoat, honestly. And then, of course, Gustav Max, number XX, Utopic Dark Infinity, so this card's kind of like a Goyo Guardian, I mean the old school Goyo Guardian, which is good, you know, it was a good card. It's just like 2 or plus level 10 monsters, so that's also nice. And then Liebe, the Juggernaut, because it synergizes well with Gustav Max. Obviously, you can easily deal, well, 18,000 damage, something like that. I mean, you can attack like 4 times with 4,000 attack each, or 3 times with 6,000 attack each. So yeah, 18,000, it's ridiculous. And then the best card in the extra deck, obviously, Egyptian God Slime. The one card that you actually summon, basically Thunder Dragon Colossus, but without the broken effect of preventing your opponent from searching. Oh man, this deck needs like a tier 0 card to make it like on par with like meta decks, but this deck is very far from anything like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 related. This is obviously like a tier like 7 deck, something like that. It's just not viable at all, competitively speaking. But if you're just like trying to have fun with your friends, I mean, playing this is definitely like okay. I mean, I play Gimmick Puppets with my friends sometimes because I just like the deck. It doesn't mean that I think it's good, I just have fun. But yeah, it's my I don't know, it's my guilty pleasure, I guess you can say, Gimmick Puppets. But yeah, anyways, moving on, what was I saying? Ancient Chant, I already explained this. Monster Reborn, Scapegoat, 3 Millennium Revelation, 3 Mound of the Bound Creator. This card doesn't just protect your Divine Beast, just saying. It protects your your level 10 or higher monsters. I mean, on both sides, so that's kind of whack. It was actually helping Itipat as well, but you can actually have like a really full, like, soft lock in a way with like God Slime and Mount of the Bound Creator, because God Slime already cannot be destroyed by battle. So imagine if you have a Mount of the Bound Creator, which protects it from being targeted or being destroyed by card effects. It's actually kind of nasty. Like, your opponent has to do some weird things, like either Phoenix the Mount Creator. In this case, you get a search, unless you, like, what happens is what happened, like, when I was playing against Itipat, where he Phoenixed me on a Chainlink 2 because Lifer is mandatory, so Mount of the Bound Creator is an optional 1 effect, so if it is destroyed on Chainlink 2 or higher, you do not get the search. I might actually do a video on how missing the timing works sometime. I mean, there are already a lot of videos about this subject, very well explained. There is no reason to like make another one, but a lot of people just really don't understand, so they think sometimes the system is glitched or something, but they just don't know how the game works really well. But yeah, Egyptian God Slime, really good card, and the fact that it also can be used as like 3 tributes is randomly like cute. And also it redirects every attack to it. Like, you can have Egyptian God Slime with a lot of like really low defense, low attack monsters, and it doesn't matter, like they're pretty much gonna be like safe. So yeah, anyways, for the idea section real quick, I have 2 Slifer. Just in case you want to go first, you just want to put as many Slifers as possible, because if you search it, I mean, if you hard draw it, you don't have to search it, so that's nice. Ra's Disciple, of course. I mean, it's just more, it's worse than Reactor Slime. Reactor Slime does 2 things: either gets you two tokens, or it gets you Metal Reflect Slime, which you can use right away, and then make like Egyptian God Slime on your main phase too. So that's kind of like much better than just getting 2 monsters and being locked under, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you can't, yeah, there's no depth, Ra's Disciple, and also it's a high couplage card. Like, you gotta play 3 Ra's Disciple. If you draw 2, then it's really bad. I mean, you can still kind of special summon them from the hand, but it's still bad. Like, Reactor Slime just plays on its own, which is infinitely better. So I don't know why I have this Veiler here. Bahamut and Toad, because I was like, oh, imagine if I have 2 Reactor Slime where I can just Monster Reborn one of them, because once again, you can search Monster Reborn, but this just doesn't come up. Like, I'd rather just make like multiple, like set multiple Reflect Slimes, and then, I don't know, make 2 Egyptian gods, and then make gods to god slimes, and then make rank 10s. I don't know. And then the rest is just a joke. True Name and Card Advance, I played this on my like game against Edie, but that doesn't mean I actually think it's good. I think it's very gimmicky. The True Name is actually one of the worst cards like ever printed in this game, because there's just no consistent way of actually stacking a card on the top of your deck. Like, in Yu-Gi-Oh, this does not exist. The only generic cards that could do this, I mean, there was only one. It's Lavalval Chain. That's it. Oh, no, sorry. There's another one, I think. It's Zephyra, the field spells. What the heck is the name again? Oracle of Zephyra. Yeah, there's Oracle of Zephyra and thingy. What I just said. My memory sucks. Oh yeah, Lavalval Chain. Lavalval Chain is banned, so whatever. Just don't even think about it. Card Advance is extremely gimmicky. I mean, it's pretty much like the old school Big Eye. The Big Eye that isn't good, by the way. The Big Eye that excavates the top 5 and actually just stacks the order, not the Big Eye that steals. And then also you get 1 extra tribute summon, but really bad. Like, imagine drawing like 2 Card Advance with like no monsters, and then you're like, okay, I'm playing a bad deck. Or True Name with no Card Advance. RNG, obviously I missed because I only have like a 3 out of 40 to actually get it. 3 out of 35. Ooh. Anyways, the rest is nothing serious. Advanced Zone, I already talked about this. Even better when you're going second sometimes, because you can actually destroy multiple set cards during the end phase, obviously only, but still. And then Mystic Mine, if you want to play like 3 Mound with like 1 Terraforming, Metaverse, and stuff like that, you can main deck Mystic Mine. If you are forced to go first, then there is Demise of the Land as well. But anyways, that is pretty much all I had to say and showcase for this combo/deck profile video. If you have any comments or feedback, let me know in the comment section below. And once again, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And that's pretty much all I had to say. Yasin is signing out. Peace!